Hi, and welcome. It's Advent 2 already. Today we hear a very interesting idea in the scriptures, but before that I just wanted to make mention to all of you. Do you believe that I have been doing these videos for over 2 years now? It was exactly 2 years ago, in the beginning of Advent, that we started to do this. So thank you for those that take the time to watch, and please pass them on to other people that you think might benefit from listening to what the Word of God is speaking to them in their lives. Sometimes it always helps us to hear somebody else's voice, and certainly I know in my own life it's been a help as I listen to how other people understand and digest the Word of God. But anyway, the gospel is a very familiar one because we hear it almost all the time. The gospel today talks about John the Baptist preparing the way of the Lord. And he talks to the people there and he says, I'm baptizing you. He goes with water, but there is one that is coming that is going to baptize you in the Spirit and with fire. And fire is a very strong image for us because when you think about it, fire can be used to destroy things. It can be used in a very negative way. People that are arsonists and terrible crimes can be committed because of what fire can do. And yet, John uses this in a very positive way. He says, you know what? He goes, the people that aren't living their lives the way they should be, the fire is going to come to destroy them. He said, but the one, the anointed one, the one who will bring the Spirit, will ignite in us a fire that will never go out. A fire that will make us and inspire us to bring the Word of God to so many different people. A fire that will help us to really continue to move ahead in our own lives. And so that is what we have to remind ourselves on this Advent too, that what it's all about, that John the Baptist is preparing. What are we doing to prepare ourselves to receive the Lord this Christmas season? How is this Advent season preparing us to be more prayerful, to be more honed in to what Jesus is saying to us? In the midst of all the craziness, of all the Christmas songs and all the great things, buying gifts for people for Christmas, the parties that we're going to be going to, are we listening to the cries of people who need our help? Are we listening to those that are hurting because this is the first Christmas that they're not going to have a loved one with them? Those are all the questions that we need to ask ourselves. So I invite you to say, how is the fire going to spur you on? We talk about that, I'm going to keep the fire burning underneath this project or this person. I'm going to keep their foot to the flame, right? We use all those kinds of expressions in our lives to say, hey, there's an urgency. And yes, we think we might have a lot of time, but we don't. Advent reminds us that we have to take each day and live it to its fullest. My friends, we have many exciting things going on here at Church in the Nativity in Midland Park, a stewardship parish, during this season. Starting this Saturday and for the next 3 Saturdays, our deacon, Emmanuel Agu, is going to be having a special Advent adoration in the chapel. We're going to have 11 a.m. Mass, followed by an hour of Eucharistic adoration. During that adoration, he's going to be speaking on different topics, and I invite you to go to the website or look in the bulletin for those topics. But please join us. It's an hour and a half of your time. You don't even have to stay the full hour of adoration, but come and do something different this Advent season. We also have our Christmas concert, which is always a great thing. That's going to be on the 15th of December. That's Sunday evening at 7 o'clock. And so I invite you to come and to really get into the spirit of this season, to listen to those songs that touch our hearts, but also tell us of the meaning that we are celebrating. And then on the 21st of December, we have our communal penance services with St. Paul's in Ramsey, St. Luke's in Hohokus, Guardian Angel in Allendale. We all come together. We have lots of priests here to hear confessions. Come in for an hour of your time. Come out refreshed, renewed, and freed from all those things that burden us and push us down and keep us from God. Once again, I thank you all for your prayers. This weekend is my 25th anniversary weekend. I celebrated, my actual date is December the 10th, but I'm celebrating Mass here at 2 o'clock on December the 8th. I invite you to be part of that. I'm just so grateful for all that I have learned in these 25 years, and I look forward to how much more I'm going to learn in the next. God bless you.